In the box, Tom played with his sisters, Mopette and Mittens. The three kittens played in the yard, they chased butterflies and played tag. But soon, Tom grew bored. Tom looked toward the gate. Tom thought. What's that? Tom crawled under the gate. Where are you going? Mopette asked. Tom did not answer, so Mopette crawled under the gate too. Mittens frowned at Tom and Mopette. Don't go near the road, Mittens said. Tom and Mopette ran toward the road. Mittens exclaimed, look what Tom and Mopette found. Mittens crawled under the gate and ran to her brother and sister. We found a box, Mopette announced. The three kittens jumped into the wooden box, which was full of wool. It's cozy in here, Mopette remarked. It's a secret hiding place, Tom added. Mittens appeared worried. We have to go home soon, Mittens stated. We can't. Suddenly, Tom heard a man's voice. It was the farmer. Then, the box lifted. Uh-oh, Tom thought. Clop, clop. Thump, thump. The box bumped up and down. Where are we going? Mittens whispered. I don't know, Tom whispered back. At last, the box stopped. The kittens peeked out. We are in town, Tom announced. Tom jumped out of the box. Tom ran down the road. Mopette and Mittens ran after Tom. The town was very busy. People rushed past. Wagons and carts drove by. The town was noisy, too. Bells rang, and people laughed. Dogs barked, and doors banged. I'm scared, Mittens whispered. The kittens ran under a bench. Mopette commented that it was quiet there and suggested resting. Tom expressed his feelings about the town, stating that he liked it but found it too busy and noisy. Mittens nodded in agreement and voiced her desire to go home. The kittens looked in one direction and then another, but all the roads appeared the same to them. Mittens began to cry, exclaiming that the situation was terrible and that the kittens were lost. Tom declared that he could find the way home and started sniffing the ground. Mopette and Mittens followed Tom closely. Tom, Mopette, and Mittens went back through town. Look, Mopette, Mopette exclaimed as she stopped at a shop window. I see cakes, Tom said. I see cookies. The three kittens looked in another shop window. They saw some vegetables and smelled fish. I'm hungry, Tom announced. Me too, Mopette agreed. We have to go home, Mittens insisted. Just then, the shop door flew open. Tom dashed inside, and Mopette and Mittens ran after him. The kittens quickly hid under a table. Kittens! The shopkeeper shouted. The shopkeeper then grabbed a broom and swept the kittens outside. Tom noticed some trash in an alley. Tom suggested, let's look for food. Then we can go home. The kittens found some food and began to eat. Suddenly, a loud woof startled Mittens. Mittens exclaimed, oh no, as two dogs growled at the kittens. The dogs advanced closer, causing Tom, Mopette, and Mittens to tremble with fear. In the midst of the chaos, Tom shouted, go away. As the two dogs continued to bark loudly. A man named Mr. Anderson rode a bicycle through the alley. The dogs got scared and ran away. Hey, Tom, said Mopette quickly, let's go home. Tom and Mopette ran out of the alley. Mittens pointed and gasped, it's the farmer. Tom encouraged, let's go. The three kittens ran as fast as they could. They jumped onto the farmer's wagon. The kittens hid inside a box. The wagon began to move, clop, clop, thump, thump. Mittens exclaimed, "Soon we will be home." The wagon stopped. The kittens leaped out of the wagon. Tom, Mopette, and Mittens ran home to Mrs. Twitchit. Mrs. Twitchit fed dinner to the kittens. "Did the kittens have fun outside today?" Mrs. Twitchit asked. "Yes," Mopette replied. "No," Mittens said. "What about you, Tom?" Mrs. Twitchit inquired. However, Tom did not answer. Tom was sound asleep.